So you bought a new machine, you finance it, you bought a car, a truck, or whatever it is, even a mortgage, and then you go and die like a dummy. What happens to all that stuff? Where does it go? Should you be protected? Short answer, yes. Let me explain to you why. What I take care of, I finance toys, so motorcycles and side-by-sides and stuff like that. And if you pass away, it isn't exactly the same for every bank. That's important to note that banks have rules of what happens to the debt. In terms of, can the family keep paying it? Does it have to be paid off right away? Can a cosigner keep paying it? And they all have different rules, but the general thing is this debt doesn't just vanish in thin air. Your succession has to pay it. So what does that mean? That means that if I passed away and I bought a motorcycle, I put it on a long-term financing, and I still owe $12,000 and this motorcycle is worth $6,000, doesn't matter. The bank still wants their $12,000. What is their legal right? The bank has a legal right to any money that was produced from this person, meaning how much is the estate worth? How much did I have in bank accounts? How much did I have in assets? So that means the amount that my house was worth versus what it can be sold for. So the banks and all the creditors have access to that money before the family. You would think it's dirty, but it's not. The person, when they were living, made a deal with the bank to pay them this back. They died. Unfortunately, that's not the bank's fault. So they still want to get paid, and they're going to take it out of that money. It's important to note, if something happens to you, the debts do transfer. Debts do transfer. Debts do transfer. If something happens to you, debts do transfer. They are going to be the responsibility of your significant other, of your children, of your mom and dad, of everybody around you is going to have to take care of all these things unless you are smart and you protect your loans in case of death. So if something happens to you, what happens with the loan? It goes away. And then the asset can be transferred to your next of kin and your family, and then they could either keep it and enjoy it and remember you through it, or they can sell it and take that money and utilize it for anything else that they could be going through. When a family member has passed away, there's a lot of things that are going on, and dealing with debt sucks. Versus if the debt are just gone because you were smart and you protected all your loans, then you're good to go. And then there's certain levels, there's certain layers of protection in case of death that you should definitely look at. A lot of people have a global policy that protects them, and then there should be enough money in there to protect everything. That's great. If you don't have that, then protecting individual loans can make a lot of sense and take a lot of pressure off your loved ones when something happens to you. So what is protecting you on the loan that you will see in a lot of stuff is life protection, life insurance. You can call it a bunch of different stuff. But essentially what it says is when you croak, we're gonna pay it off. That way your family doesn't have to pay it off. That's the way it works. If you go through the whole loan and you didn't die, congratulations, you're still alive. That's still a win. Take it as a win. Doesn't matter that you paid the insurance. That was just a protection in case something happened. Making sure that your assets are protected and your loans are protected is just the responsible things to do so that your family isn't left picking up the pieces for you after something unfortunate happens. We do that on our loans all the time. I have seen it work in favor of people, which sucks because something happened to them, but it is nice to have the conversation with their loved ones and being like, hey, no, all this is taken care of. Let me do the paperwork for you. Don't worry about it. And then that motorcycle is yours to either use to take the money out of it, or you could keep it and then remember the family member. That's why you should protect your loans. Make sure that you have that stuff and that you're thinking about those loved ones. And don't be a jackass and die. That's even better. But if you do die, we got your back. And be an organ donor, because that's nice. That is a nice thing to do. You're dead. You're not going to use that shit anymore. Give it to someone who can. Don't be selfish.